Hey, this is Michael with Elite Truck, coming to you in the second video of a three-part video series with this Ford Transit van. In today's video, we're going to be focused on installing all these weather guard shelving units that you can see right here on this pallet. We're about to assemble all these and then get them into the van, so stick around while we do that. All right, so we went ahead and unboxed a shelving unit. These are going to be all the parts that are needed to complete one full shelving unit. Starting over here at this side, we've got the back panel. That's going to be used at the bottom of these side panels right here and here. It's going to keep all your equipment on that bottom shelf so it doesn't roll back and fall behind the shelving unit. Obviously, like I said, these are the side panels right here. You can see that they taper up here at the top. And so this is going to be the top shelf for that. It's a little bit narrower. These other three shelves right here can be used interchangeably between other positions on the side panels, so you can kind of space them for your different equipment as needed. We have mounting equipment right here. That's going to be used for the feet, for the side panels. We have these dividers at the end of the shelving units, and those are going to be used in these slots right here on the shelves, and we're going to install those last once the shelving unit is completely installed into the van. All right, so we're working on getting this shelving unit installed. The way we decided to do it was take the side panels here and there, get them stood up, and then put the top shelf on. It'll drop into these bayonet clips and keep everything somewhat supported while you work on assembling the rest of the shelves. As I mentioned before, the shelves that we've got over here can be installed in various positions on this side panel. Although we're installing it into a Ford Transit van, we need to make sure our bottom shelf is at this number 4 spot right here. Beyond that, you can kind of space them however you like, but you need to be at the number 4 spot if you're putting it into a Ford Transit so it'll clear the wheel wells. All right, so we've got the shelving units pretty much assembled. They're still loosely fit, so we can, tweak the alignment a little bit if we need to. But for now, we moved inside of the van, and we are going to be working on the passenger side first. The package that we got came with this longer rail right here, and that's what we're going to use to attach the top of the shelving unit to this side. Being that we're going to use the longer 60-inch model of the shelving unit, we're going to use this long rail right here. And as far as installing it onto the wall, it actually worked out really well because these slots line up perfectly with these factory threaded holes. So we're going to go ahead and use those. All right, so we've got the shelving unit installed into the van. We left all the fasteners up top kind of loose so that we could play with the fitment on it. We put a level right here on the front so we could align it vertically, and we've got that dialed in, so we're happy with that now. We're gonna move on to the foot mounting point. When we use this bracket, you can either put it on the outside of the shelving unit like this, or you can turn it around and use it on the inside. We're gonna put it on the inside so that all the hardware is hidden, and if there's toolboxes back here, it's not being blocked in any way by this bracket. In order to put this bracket on, we're gonna need a couple pieces of hardware, which are right here. We're gonna go ahead and install that, and then we'll show you the next step. All right, so we've got the feet installed here at the bottom of the shelving units. We're happy with the alignment of those. Now we're gonna mark the floor for where we're gonna be drilling the holes to install the plus nuts. So we're gonna go ahead and get these holes marked. We're gonna pull the shelving unit out and we'll pick back up. All right, so we've got the holes marked on the ground where we're gonna be installing these plus nuts. First step in installing them is gonna be drilling a pilot hole. We're using an 1/8" drill bit right here. We're gonna start those holes into the floor. Next, we're gonna move to the hole saw. This is a 1-inch hole saw. When you're doing this, you wanna make sure that you cut through the rubber floor mat and carpeting only. You do not want to cut through the metal floor at the bottom with this hole saw. This is simply to get the rubber flooring out of the way and clear a spot for the spacer that's going to go in. Once the hole saw has been cut, everything's good right there. You're going to step up to a 3/8 drill bit, and that's going to finish off the holes that are needed to install the plus nut. So then you can move on to the actual install of the plus nut itself. In order to do that, you're going to need to have a configuration like this with the plus nut at the bottom, the install tool in the middle, a washer right underneath the head of this black oxide bolt at the top. Set this into the hole that you drilled, hold the installer tool with a 14mm wrench, and then on the top you can drive this bolt in with a 7/16 socket. Once it bottoms out, remove the tool, remove the bolt, and the plus nut has been installed into the floor. We're going to do it 2 times over here, 2 times over there, and then we're going to have all the plus nuts that we need for this shelving unit, and we're going to go ahead and reinstall it after that. We've got the plus nuts installed into the floor. We have the spacers where they need to be. The shelf is almost ready to get finally installed. One final step before you do that though is you're gonna wanna secure any hardware that you've got on the backside that might still be hand tight. Go ahead and secure that now. Make sure the shelf is nice and aligned, secure it, and then you're ready for the install.
All right, so we just finished up the shelving unit install on this van. Gotta say, really happy with how everything came out. The shelves themselves are very heavy duty, and we wanted to give a couple notes to some of the features that these shelving units have before we finish out the video. The rails, like I mentioned earlier, that are used to affix the shelves to the side walls, really nice feature. We didn't need to drill any holes along the sides of the walls. Everything bolts to factory locations, which is great. The brackets they come with are very heavy duty. The hardware is heavy duty. These shelves should last a long time and hold up to a lot of abuse. The package we got also came with these dividers, which you may have seen earlier in the video. There are notches in each shelf every couple inches, so you can set these dividers in there and use it to segment the shelves and put different tools in there, different parts that you might have, for example, keep everything organized. So really nice feature to have as well too. All right, we're all done with the install. Thanks for watching the video today. In part 3 of this series, we're gonna be rounding out the complete install on this fan and finishing the package. We've got a couple accessories to install, such as refrigerant tank, some grab handles, a couple lights for here at the back of the cargo area. So definitely check out that video when it gets posted. One other note before we let you go, these shelving units are pretty heavy, so definitely a good idea to have a second person handy to help you move them around and get them aligned as you install them into the van. Thanks for hanging out today. This is Michael with Elite Truck.